but also I've been collecting data and stuff like that. But a lot of you guys are seeing like a lot of just like the negativity in my comment section that's pretty much been present every day for 3 years. Hi, Athena, go down the slide. And, you know, I kind of give some context to that a little bit without saying things directly. But, like, you know, pretty much my life is just full of allegations. Hey. So, yeah, anyways, so, you know, you guys always see negative comments in my comment section. You guys always see these bloggers that are always like saying whatever they can about me, trying to tear me down, trying to make me seem like a bad father, blah, 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 blah. And what does it come down to the core issue? The core issue is society as a whole has really demonized men and made it in the way the court systems work. I know this for firsthand experience. The way women think, not all women, but some women, the way people think is that a man cannot possibly raise kids as well as a woman, and that's simply just not true. In fact, statistically speaking, kids that are raised in single father homes do just as well as two parent homes. So, in fact, if we also go off statistics, most people that end up in prison are from single mother homes. So the fact that people are so willing to tear down a father that's doing his best, that's what I'm doing, my best. Do I have everything figured out? No. Do I struggle? Do I have areas of parenting I need to work on? Do I have things that I need to work on as a human? Yes, same as everyone else, constantly trying to improve in all aspects of my life at all times. But it's really, really ridiculous that there's such a like movement of these females that just when they see a father on the internet playing with their kids, they all have hate groups. They all want to be tore down, and it's just crazy because miserable people love company. And one of the things that really motivates me to keep making content with my kids, because truthfully speaking, I don't want my kids on the internet, but I can't stop it from occurring, despite spending lots of money to try to stop from it occurring. So I'm just going to turn this shit salad into some lemonade. And one of the things that I'm getting constantly, I get messages from men that are actively going through a divorce who are so close to giving up on their kids and just you know, not being a part of their kids' lives because the mother is making it so damn difficult for them, whether it's in court, whether it's with constant allegations of abuse, whatever. And there are bad men out there. There are men absolutely out there abusing wives. And if I ever get confronted with one, they're going to get a fist right to the face because that's the way I was raised. But the fact that society in general, especially Nigerians, think that a man can't possibly raise two little girls, I'm doing it. I'm excelling. My kids are happy, they're healthy, and they love me. So it doesn't matter what people say. At the end of the day, my kids are obsessed with me and I'm obsessed with them. So the sheer fact that that's not enough for some of you, and the sheer fact that that's somehow provocative to your demons, that's on you. I don't need to feel bad because I'm out here living my best life to the best of my capacity, despite all these lies and everything. I am a beacon of hope for men everywhere that just want to be a part of their kids' lives. Some more than others. Me, like, I'm as involved as I possibly can in every aspect. But what does that come with? It comes with allegations. It comes with accusations of stalking. It comes with accusations of this and that. And it's just constant and unrelenting. And I think many of you are starting to see, after the ridiculousness of me trying to just cut my girl's split ends off so it's easier to comb, which is actually a favor to all parties involved. It's somehow I'm out of that situation. I become a stalker because we live in the same relative neighborhood and our kids' school's nearby. Me moving to the neighborhood that we're in, and I'm not 2 doors down, that's ridiculous, is closer to school. It saves me an hour of driving every day. So the fact that it's in the same city, the same generalized neighborhood, it's not that close, is, you know, now suddenly a stalker. So it's manipulation tactics. It's nothing more than manipulation, and to get people to come and harass me and feel sorry for the woman. There are too many women on this internet falsely claiming domestic violence. There are too many women on this internet falsely claiming that they are victims of domestic violence. In fact, if you aren't truly a victim of domestic violence as a woman, you're most likely not going to be on social media because you're going to be afraid of the man. You're not going to be, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. No, you're going to be in the courts hiding. That's what victims do. They hide. Generally speaking. And you want to play basketball? Well, we got to go buy a basketball because the last basketball popped. And I'm not saying all victims don't like use their voice, but a lot of people, if they're truly victimized and they're totally not the problem, and they're just like they keep quiet for years, or they settle it in court. They don't go to social media to give a play-by-play of every lie and horrible blah blah blah. People just don't do that. So I mean, like I hope you guys are all seeing the madness, and I'm going to continue to make content with my girls as well as as well as clinical education content, because that's what I'm put on planet Earth to do. That is where my gifts are, my skill set, and my life purpose I've known from I was 13 years old is to help a lot of people, and that's what I will do. And if I have to be harassed every step of the way, lies, accusations every step of the way, then that's just what I'll deal with, because apparently those are the cards that I was dealt, and you know, I'm going to face them with fearlessness because I know that I'm walking in the path that God has placed before me. Yeah, I don't know whose cars those are, Athena. I think you can ask nicely to play with one of them. Athena, go ask. Don't just take a car. Go ask. Go ask first, right over there. No, guys, I don't need to give anyone any explanation. But this has become a subject that I'm somewhat passionate about, and eventually I would love to create a nonprofit for fathers that are falsely accused of domestic violence. So like myself, I was a loving husband. I dedicated my entire life, and when I freaked out and left, it was for damn good reason. Lesser men than me would have done far worse. So I mean, this is a subject. I mean, I'm literally getting DMs from men all the time saying, thank you for the content you produce. I am fighting for my kids. I was so close to giving up, and I won't give up. And and frankly, that's what a lot of men do, because I nearly gave up. I'm one of the most devoted fathers you'll ever meet. I love my kids. I would die for them. And I almost gave up, left, and just said, come see me when you're 18. I can't deal with your mom. So it's ridiculous that even me, someone that is absolutely devoted and loving father, somebody that would literally take a bullet for them, almost gave up on his kids. And when I almost gave up on my kids and left, it wasn't even giving up on them. It was giving up on myself, my tolerance of bullshit. Like, that really struck a chord with me. It really changed my entire perspective on the idea of what a deadbeat dad is. Sure, is there lots of deadbeat dads out there? Absolutely, there's a lot of deadbeat dads out there. But there's also a lot of men that are dealing with similar circumstances as me, where there's lies, allegations, this and that. They're trying to take your skin and wear it as a trophy. There's a lot of dads like me that are good fathers. The marriage just didn't work out, and it's better for the kids that they don't be raised in a toxic living environment. That's exactly the decision I made. I didn't leave my kids. I left a toxic living environment so they could be raised in some state of normal. Because when kids are raised in a toxic living environment, guess what they're going to look for in their own partners, their own marriages in the future. I would be setting my kids up for failure if I didn't leave. Because they would think that toxic relationship dynamics and abuse and just like zero respect for the other party, which was me in this case, is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. You have to raise your kids in a loving environment, and if that means it's separate, then it's separate. It's just, that's the way it's supposed to be. So fuck all these people on the internet that are trying to tear me down. I'm a fucking fantastic father, so fuck all you. Seriously. I really appreciate all the people that are seeing the writing on the wall, but like, I'm going to continue this, and one of two things is going to happen, I think the state will eventually shut us down, because at the end of the day, I don't think that the government actually wants a nuclear family. It's far easier to control people without a nuclear family, and it's far easier to control people without men around. So obviously, that's just my belief. Call it a conspiracy theory, whatever you want, but that's pretty much what the system has shown me. So, it's like, I've been thinking about this for a while, and this whole haircut thing really just like was the nail in the coffin. If you don't see that as toxic and manipulative behavior, then you just simply have a bias. You are toxic yourself, or you need to actually be around some healthy men, people that actually are healthy and protective and providers and supporters and everything else. If you don't have men like that in your life, then I feel bad for you. Truly, I do. So I've really just I've been thinking about this for a while, and then I recently, just a few days ago, got on a phone call with a guy that's in the heat of a divorce. He's being accused of this and that. He has a restraining order on him because she claimed he was abusive without providing any evidence whatsoever, exactly like me. And he's so tired of how much money he's spending. And let's face it, most guys don't have the money to spend. So but I talked to him and I walked him through the process, and I'm just like, look, she has to prove it. If you're innocent, then stick to your guns and just keep going. You will get your kids. You just have to be willing to walk through hell and out the other side to achieve it. And a lot of guys give up, to be honest with you. A lot of guys just give up, or they don't have the money to fight this. And it's very sad how many kids are growing up without dads simply because of a toxic baby mama. Seriously, it is sad. That this is true. If I posted about it on social media, I was going to peace out. I was going to leave my kids behind and come back when they got older, because I just couldn't deal with the nonsense anymore. It was destroying my professional career. It still has a lasting, everlasting effect. But now I'm here standing for something bigger and beyond myself. I'm standing up for men actually being a part of the kids' lives, and actually being able and motivating other men out there to be a part of their kids' lives if they want to. And don't let no toxic baby mama stop you. Because at the end of the day, dads matter. Moms matter too, for sure. I'm a mama's boy. I'm super close to my mom. Love my dad too. But I'm a mama's boy. And at the end of the day, dads matter. They really do, especially for young boys, but also for young girls. I mean, they matter for everyone. So, so, you know, like, I see all the hate coming towards me because I cut off split ends. Get your fucking head out of the grass. Grow the fuck up. Like, seriously, go find the man that hurt you, because it wasn't me. And Nigerians, stop your shit. You're embarrassing yourself. My daughters are half Nigerian, and I would love for you guys to actually represent the culture in a positive way instead of this toxic sludge that you guys promote and support on the internet. So, bye.